Someone You Should Know. A program about people you know, and even more that you don't. Hosted by Stuart Sax, veteran, husband, father, and grandfather. Now, here's your host, Stuart Sax.
Well, we're back again for another episode of Someone You Should Know. We are going to have a good time today. This is not going to be one of those really, mildly serious shows because we're going to be giving you some information. But for the most part, we are just going to have a good time. And we are brought to you by our good friend Christine Dean, who is the networking diva. Now, I tell you, every show that I could not do this show without Christine. Why? Because she produces this show. She is also the sponsor of this show. And it's because I can't do all this stuff. She can. She knows how to take your website, take it to the next level. And if you even want to improve your marketing plans in social media, sit down and have a session with Christine Dean, and she can help you take your business, your social media presence, and everything to the next level. She is an absolute genius at what she does, and you can have a free consultation with her if you reach out. Christine Dean, thenetworkingdiva.com. Thank you, Christine, for all you do. Well, anybody who's watching this show, if you have a pet, if you have ever had a pet, if you're thinking about getting a pet, if your kid has been knocking your brains out to get a pet, you need to meet my guest, Mr. Burnz Sativa. Burnz, welcome to the show.
How are you? How are you?
I am absolutely thrilled to have you on the show because when we had our little pre-conversation,
right,
and everything, this guy is an absolutely loose cannon and all, but absolutely everything that anybody could ever want to know about having a pet and taking care of a pet the proper way is right in your wheelhouse. So I guess the first question I got to throw at you is, how did you ever get so involved in the care for pets?
my age. Becoming old, oh my goodness, is just our taste buds change, our outlook in life changed. And you know what's funny? I was never huge on anything dealing with cats. I'm always a dog person.
Yeah.
But I was end up with my ex.
Oh, okay.
She had 4 cats. One was a stray, one was an alley cat. And they grew on me. And I just had to bond from right there. And I just enveloped everything about cats.
But now, was this something that you developed later in life, or have you had?
Yes, later in life when I got older. When I was younger, I was just ripping and running. I didn't give a fuck about anything. Now that I'm old, it's a different life. Like for instance, today I didn't think I was gonna make it on time. You know why? Every damn time I'm about to do a podcast, I gotta take a shit. And I'm on the toilet and time it for the dentist. For some reason, the shit don't want to come out. Every fucking time, man. Every time. But I'm here and I'm glad you have me on your show. I'm glad you have me on the show. And yes, it's the age that brought me to where I am with animals. I see them as kids as with fur. Kids with fur. Like I seen a TikTok video the other day. Man, I wanted to break all the windows in my house. This man threw a dog out the window.
What?
And the guy stopped at the red light. And the dog jumped at the driver's side. Like, hey, let me get in. He took off. That motherfucker made me make a podcast yesterday. I had to make a podcast. Man, I don't want to be violent on people like that. I just want to how do you like it? How do you like it? I tell people I'm the voice of the animals. I'm going to talk shit like the animals can't talk shit, so I'm going to talk shit for them. Sorry.
And I hear what you're saying, and I'm sure the people watching and listening have been driving down highways when all of a sudden you just see running along the median some dog that is confused because somebody pulled over, opened the door, and said, "Get the hell out."
Yes.
And if that animal is still alive, it may
Oh,
not be for long.
I know, brother. It breaks my damn heart. It
I
breaks
know.
my heart.
And what goes through my mind, and probably yours too, is where was this person when they got this animal? I'm sure they had this amount of compassion when they got it, but what was it? Animals, we have to deal with the animals, and we have to train them to work with us, right? And so, if they do find, and if they don't, to open the door and let them out in the middle of a highway, come on.
People think training is discipline. No, training is communication with you and your animal. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't get a dog if you ain't gonna train him. I don't care what. I don't give a damn. If you want that dog to be happy and you both of y'all be happy, train him. It'll be so less of problems in your house, in your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And if you're a fat ass, you don't need a dog. You need a cat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dogs are too much responsibility. Sorry. If you don't got the energy for a dog, do not get him. Do not get them. Do not get them. Get a goldfish. Get a plant. Get a bird. Don't get no dog.
Right. And I think those are really words of wisdom, but it all starts where we as parents, we raise our kids.
Yeah.
Now the kids get up to about 6 years old or so, and Johnny down the street or somebody, he's got a dog. So, oh, mommy, daddy, get me a dog. I promise I'll take him for a walk every day, and I'll feed him every day. You're smiling. Yep. You've been down the road, same road I've been. And then all of a sudden,
I already know it. Yep.
Yeah. Within about a few months, all of a sudden, Johnny, he's too busy. He's got to get ready for school. So who ends up walking the dog, mom or dad?
1 second. Come inside, Chico. Hurry up.
Who we got? We got a pet here.
Yes, he's he's the guard dog of the house.
Wait, he guards the house, or you guard the house?
Do you really want me to speak freely? I'm going to speak freely. See that sign right there? Warning, I have a pit bull, and the owner has a gun. Yeah. Forgive me. I'm from the old America, where I'm from Generation X, where we speak freely, and if it offends you, you got the problem.
That's right. And people think that they can fix problems by getting pets, and sometimes they just create more than they fix.
Yes, you're right. So true.
So for parents that have kids that are arguing, you kind of alluded to it. If the child says, I want a dog or a cat,
right?
You say, start with a bird or some fish or something like that, and see how well they take care of it.
That's right. That's so true. Because a dog and a cat, that's a total different responsibility right there.
And
that's a different responsibility.
Yeah. And I mean, it's generally, a cat takes care of itself.
Generally. Yeah. You got to still tend to the kitty litter, but yeah, you're right. No. You're right.
Yeah. But the dog, a dog, it's got to go out. And I'll tell you, I live in a large community where everybody's got a fenced in yard, and what do they do? And I think it's absolutely wrong. When I had my dog, I walked that dog around the community twice a day, and let that dog enjoy the outdoors too. Most of these people, first thing they do, get a dog. The second thing they do is to put a doggy door in the back door so that the dog can come and go and do its thing on its own. That doesn't build relationships. I can see. It is. And then
some people buy dogs. Some people get animals as accessories. Oh, that dog looks cute. Or I don't. No, no. My big thing is pets, like the shelters. Why don't you have the animals adopt the humans? And I'll explain that. Have at least 20 pets that you're about to, animal that you're about to have adopted. Have the people come in and sit down. And whoever that dog goes to up front first, that's their pet. That'll build a bond with them. Oh, he chose me out of everybody. That's a different. Don't just go there. Oh, I want that dog. Oh, I want that dog. Let that dog pick them.
That's an interesting theory. Yeah, it's because most women want to go for that cute little curly, cuddly, curly little dog. And sometimes, for instance, I have a friend that had a Chihuahua. That Chihuahua would not shut up for anything. That dog barked constantly. And another friend had a golden retriever, and that golden retriever just loved to just sit on a couch and put its head on your lap. And that was a pal.
Right.
Whereas that Chihuahua, anything it heard, yap, 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 yap. And I think you're right. You have to interact. So is it a smart idea for people if you go to a shelter? And I always encourage people to try and give a shelter dog an opportunity.
That's right. Shop, don't adopt. I mean, adopt, don't shop.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
And if need be, go there a few times. Go in the cage with a couple of dogs and sit down and play with them, pet with them, try and interact. And like you said, see if that dog picks you.
Right. That's right. You're right. That's so true. It'll build a sense of now you respond to that dog because he chose you. To me, I believe it's just.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll make people melt. It'll make people melt. If you do it the correct way and there's a group of people around and whatever that dog, I really believe that's man's best friend. It's true. It's true.
And whether you like it or not, it helps you with a certain degree of an exercise program because when you get out and walk around the block or walk a half a mile or a mile with your dog, the dog gets exercise, you get exercise, and you're bonding with your animal.
Yes. People live longer who have pets. You know
that? I didn't know that.
Yep. People who have pets live longer.
Is it because?
Why is that?
Is it because they have a responsibility for another breathing
thing? Could be. I believe so. I strongly believe so. Mm-hmm.
Tell me something. What are the fundamental things that people do wrong that have pets?
They don't train them.
Mm.
That's the biggest thing right there. They don't train them. If you don't train them, you're going to get upset. Number two, they don't take time to take them out or interact with them. Some people just get pets because, like I said, it's an accessory to them. They don't really know the responsibility towards having a pet. It's a big responsibility. Okay, you can't have another sentient being, another being that feels and loves and even though dogs are forgiving, they're so forgiving. It's much more than just having them. It's much more than having. Yeah.
It's a responsibility that some people forget that they have after they have that pet. I remember our dog. When we would go out, I would make sure that, the dog could literally go all day by herself because she had her water, she had her treats, and she could go all day. Did I like leaving her all day? No.
Hell no.
No.
That's right.
I would look at my wife if we went out to a movie. Okay, as soon as the movie is over, if you want to go out for dessert, let's go home, take the dog for a walk, and around the block and all. Then we'll go out and get some dessert.
See, what we do, well, me and my fiance, this is exactly what we do. If we know we're going to be out long, because my dogs are big, And the longest I might let them stay at home without no pee break is my 5 hours. But before I leave anywhere, they're outside playing, walking, and I
That's
make
right.
sure they relieve themselves before we go out.
Yeah. So they'll eat and they'll lie down and they'll sleep
That's
most of the
right.
time
That's
that
right.
you're
That's
out.
exactly right. Yep.
You have a website, and I love the name, Stupid People with Pets. And it's a great website, folks. Drop in and you'll learn an awful lot about what Burnz is doing, not only on the website and all, but he does a podcast and talks a lot about the ins and outs and the do's and don'ts about having pets. I love that picture right there on the screen. That says a lot.
Yes.
But there's a little link on the website there too, folks, where you can reach out to Burnz, but also if at the top of the page there's a spot where you can click on his Facebook page, and I encourage you can go to all of the social media sites, but on the Facebook page in particular, it shows a lot of the podcasts that you've had and a lot of the things that you've done. Here's one right here. Let's pause for just a second there, because I want your opinion. A lot of people simply get a collar that they put on the dog and they hook the leash to the collar. And then when the dog tries to run someplace, they yank on the leash, which is putting pressure on the. Are collars bad and harnesses are much better for the animal?
Ooh.
Because like that picture right there, that to me looks a little bit more like a harness type than just a straight collar.
Okay, so see, that's a question that has that for instance,
multiple answers.
You can't put a harness on a dog that doesn't know how to walk. Like a dog that's not trained will always pull you. The harness is not good. Especially if you had a big dog. My dog, the puppy, I call him a puppy, but he's half pit, half Cane Corso, and he's bigger than the older pit in my house.
Okay.
And I knew that I can't put the harness on him because he's not trained right. So I did put the collar on him, but it's not to the point where you have to walk a dog the proper way. Okay.
Some
dogs get it, some dogs don't get it.
Yeah.
Not all dogs are the same. Some dogs get fetched, some dogs don't get fetched and won't ever get fetched. But the common causes of walking your pet, it starts from a very early age. Very early. So if you start your puppy with the leash, start him early so that puppy won't ever pull again. You got a dog that's older or you got them bigger from the shelter, it depends. I can't say which is better, the harness or the collar. Personally, I use the collar because my dogs are trained.
Yeah.
So it's not hurting their necks or anything like that. What's
your opinion of choker collars?
I don't like them. I wouldn't use them. Because if you train your dog right, you don't need it.
Right.
You don't need it. You done that. Or shock collars, you don't need it. Those are for lazy people. Because if you spend your time with your dog from the very beginning, you don't need none of that shit. None of that. Because your dog is going to get you and you're going to get your dog.
And again, that walk around the block does as much for the pet as it does for you.
Yes.
It's that interaction. And when you tell the dog no, the dog knows what it means. And when you pet that dog and scratch his ears and tell him he's a good dog, he knows what that's for too.
You say it with confidence. You don't tell your dog a command like it's a question or maybe. You
Yeah.
get them, you speak to them a certain way, and they'll get it. Dogs are empathic, as I'm saying it right. They know when you're feeling. Out of every other animal, they know what you're feeling. I'll give you a quick story. I took two of my dogs. Oatmeal was the older one, and Chico was the puppy. I take him at my friend's farm. He had like 72 acres. And prior to getting down to the end of the road where I let them run, I'll park my car a quarter mile up so they could run, chase deer and all. It snowed the day before. It was going on evening, so I'm out in the field. I didn't know my sugar was low. I'm a diabetic. So my dogs are running around. Now my older one, Oatmeal, he's trained. If you can look him up on my TikTok and my Facebook, he's the one that brings me soda out the refrigerator. Bring my shoes when it's to go out. I throw trash out. He helps me take the trash out. I'm not lying to you, I'm kidding. No, I'm not lying. But anyways, I sat down in the snow. Now, in order for me to get my dogs back, I'll beat the horn or I'll call them and they'll run back. They see me sit down on the snow. My dog knew me, the older one. Chico was 2 years old, he was a puppy. My older dog saw me, came to me, and he's looking at me. I realized my sugar was low. I didn't have no direct vision. All I had was peripheral. I didn't know how to get back to the car. My car had my snacks in it. I said, Oatmeal, go to the car. Chico stood on my right side. Oatmeal walked to the car slowly, so I keep behind him. It brings tears to my eyes to this day. So I get in my car. I'm looking for the snacks. I eat my snacks, and my woman is calling, blowing my phone up. What happened? My sugar was low. 45 minutes later. I went home. I pulled out a chicken, and I gave it to them. Eat this. Because they know. And the reason why they know is because I spent so much time and I care for my dog. So they got me. They understood. He's something is wrong with dad. He don't do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
He don't do this. They came right to me. Hey, what are you saying on the snow for? I'm fucked up. Oh, help me. And he got
Yeah.
me to my car.
It's a sensory thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I applaud a lot of services that get rescue dogs and they train them to become uh, uh, canine companions for veterans. It's
Yes.
a huge program out there now, and you know this could be a wild animal that's was never taken care of, and if it's properly trained, it can become a valuable companion to a veteran or someone that is in need of that extra assistance. You know,
Yeah. Dogs like to have a purpose. My dogs got purposes in my house, okay? My dogs are spoiled. They can sleep anywhere. They got the most orthopedic bed, the bed, everything. They eat great. I make their own meals for them in the crock pot. Their job is to protect my house. Do
yeah,
that job when the time happens. Other than that, you're good to go. They have a purpose. I don't know how everybody else sees it, but they do better when they feel they got a purpose.
yeah, absolutely. And animals know too that if they do something right for you, they're going to get
Mhm.
a reward.
Yes.
And it could be just that pat on the head or the scratch behind the ear, but it also could be an extra treat for them for the evening because
Yes.
they did something good and they are rewarded for it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Speaking of treats, I'm curious your opinion of these packaged goods, packaged treats, as opposed to things like carrot sticks or giving animals, real food as a snack. Is is they say don't give your dog table food. Is that a truism or is that all bunk?
So let's talk about dogs, okay?
Okay.
And the wildlife, if they were wild, they're considered scavengers, okay? Their body's built different. That's why they can eat dead shit and don't die or get sick. Okay, that's how they're built. I don't want to purchase anything that I don't know where it came from. Okay, I know what carrots are.
Yeah.
That's good for my dog. I know sweet potatoes are good for my dog. I know liver is good for my dog raw. I know gizzards are good for my dog raw. I know chicken is good for my dog raw. So why am I going to purchase a package that I don't know what the hell it came from? I know
Right.
this food right here. I can
And,
check this out. And
yeah.
it's cheaper, in
And
my
filled with,
opinion.
yeah. And that stuff
I
is
don't
filled
give
with
table food.
preservatives.
I don't do
Yeah.
that table bullshit. Like for instance, I'll do the they get lucky in a crock pot. I'll put 2 cups of brown rice in it. I get ground turkey, blueberries, um, peas and carrots.
Wow.
They fucking love it.
Yeah.
I mix it with a kibble. I hate kibble. So they get like real little bit kibble. When they get the rest, they love it. They love it. They're in great health. I'm soon about to have a vet on my show because I'm from the time where I remember how we treated our animals back then,
Yes.
and now why is it that like vets do help out, but a lot of these motherfuckers they be trying to make you pay for extra shit you don't need. Sorry, vets, I've seen it. I've been there. I know what's going on. I'll give you, for instance, Romeo had a scar in his, cut in his neck, pain in the woods. Got infected, took him to get it fixed. It was winter time here in PA. I was not even thinking because I had so much shit going on. This motherfucker was selling me ticks. Tick, tick pills. Motherfucking ain't no ticks out this time of year. There ain't no fleas in this area, and you sold me on some bullshit, and I wasn't paying attention. That's the reason why I'm real leery about certain vets. You get a vet that's good with your family, stick with them. Don't just go to anybody. Build a rapport with your fucking vet so they can help you out instead of want to sell you extra shit. Sorry, vets, I've been through that and I know better. Because I care for my dogs. I know what they need. I know the surroundings. Listen, I'm a redneck at heart. I love fishing. I love hunting. I know what's going to keep my dogs safe. So I'm always very well versed on what time of year it's going to be, what comes out this time of year. If we're big on Lyme disease in this area, no. I'm vigilant. So I have a big thing about packages and vets and getting your dog's balls cut off. Those are for lazy people.
No.
Those are for lazy people. I'm sorry. Have you ever seen a dog with his balls cut off? He looks like a sausage. He looks like a fat sausage. How come the dogs that get their balls cut off are the ones that always at the fucking vet's office? Always. Keep the dog's balls on, he's good to go. Don't change him because you're lazy. Man, that'd be pissing me off. My dog got their balls. Let me cut your balls off, motherfucker, because you feel like he's too active. Shut up. You should have got his ass. There's no purpose that you could tell me why you got to cut your dog's balls off. That wasn't a big thing when I was younger.
Yeah. Well, but now the other side of that coin, though, is many times if you do want to go get a rescue animal at a shelter, they're already spayed or neutered or whatever.
I know, dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I know.
But
I know.
I mean, is it possible that you could still get an animal that's going to love you to death?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm totally against cutting off balls.
Well,
I know that.
Yeah.
There's no reason. You know they say, oh, because of testicular cancer. How prevalent is it with the fucking dogs? It's not that prevalent. Who's more benefiting from them balls getting cut off? Who benefits the most? You know who benefits the most. Sorry. I'm common sense. Okay? Common sense.
Yeah. Folks, I told you this guy's a loose cannon. But I will tell you one thing that I do support, and that is if you're going to get an animal, especially if you're going to get a puppy, go to a vet and very, very, I hardly recommend you that you consider having a microchip put in the animal, because if that animal does get out of your yard or whatever, and somebody else finds it, they can drop it off at a vet, and they can find out that what that microchip is. It has the information to get that animal back to you.
Give people more information about that, because microchipping doesn't mean they're going to find your dog right away. It just means if whoever finds them and doesn't bring them to back, then you can see where it comes from. That's if the person does turn the dog back in. Right.
Yeah. Or if you're fortunate enough that the dog gets loose and is out in the wooded areas or something, and animal control for the city picks up the animal, they will check every animal that they pick up to see if it's chipped.
Yep.
And it's a small price to pay to get your animal back, just in case.
But those people who lose their dogs are irresponsible. Let me tell you why. Are you ready? Because if you know your fucking dog runs out all the time, then keep watching his ass. Do the right precautionary thing that he doesn't get out. Right. No, don't give it all easy. Make it easy for them. No, hell no. Your dog shouldn't be getting out. That's your responsibility. You know your dog runs out, then don't let him run out. If you're going to do groceries and he runs out every time you bring the groceries in, put him in your fucking room.
It's interesting. My wife and I watch Judge Judy a lot.
I like her.
Yeah. And almost every show, she's got somebody that's suing somebody else because their dog, got through the fence and bit their animal. And the bottom line is, you are responsible for your animal. And if you take good care of your animal, if that animal is out in the yard that has a leash or is chained to a stake or
That's
whatever,
right.
You're covered. Yeah, there's going to be accidents from time to time, but it shows that you're a responsible pet owner.
Thank you. My dog Chico, I know he's an asshole. He don't like no other animal, okay? He wants to fuck up every other animal. So I know that. So I'm very protective. Now, bro, I make sure you got a leash on him at all times. Even when we're walking, I'm looking around for dogs and all, because I want to avoid him hurting anybody else, because I know what type of dog he is.
Yeah. I went to your Facebook page, and you did a podcast about leaving a dog in a vehicle. And I have to tell you, it bothers me. And there it is. It says, never leave your dog in a parked car, even for just a minute. And I got to tell you, I go to a Walmart or whatever, the parking lot, and you'll always see a couple of animals, and people open up the window a little bit to get air. It's 80 degrees outside, and I can guarantee you it's going to be closer to 100 in the vehicle. And
first of all, what state are you in?
Texas.
Okay, hot.
Yeah. And it's hot most of the year. Or if you even get out of the car just to run into the store, but it's in the winter time. You've had the heater on in the car all that time. Then you get out, closed up car, you run in just to pick up your whatever,
right.
And all of it that can do a lot of harm to that animal.
Yep. Dogs run hot.
Yeah.
They run hot.
Yeah.
That's why they can jump in a cold river and swim for a little bit and not get hurt, because they run hot. Their body temperature, the temperature inside is totally different than ours. They run hot. That's why they're always paying to cool off. What part of the dog's body you need to cool off in order for them to cool off? Do you know?
The paws.
Good job, brother. Good job. You know your shit. Okay, man. Okay.
Yeah. That's why sometimes if you take a dog down to a lake or the beach or so, that dog doesn't have to get into the water up to its neck.
Cool off?
It just wants to just let it walk in the surf a little bit to cool off. That if they want to lay down in the water, they'll do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's so true. Yep.
That's what we used to buy one of those little cheapo plastic swimming pools, and I'll put it in the backyard, fill it with some water, and let the dog just stand or sit in it.
My dog, I do the same thing for my dog. The $10, $15 blue plastic pool, in and out, it'll jump. You're totally correct. That's right. But you do that. You did that shit too.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I learned from talking to other people and watching what other people do, and sometimes I like to sit in that little plastic pool myself with the dog.
Yeah.
I can cool my paws too.
That's true.
What got you interested in starting the Stupid People with Pets podcast?
What you said?
What inspired you to start Stupid People with Pets and do the podcast?
What inspired me?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not my first podcast. This is my second podcast.
Okay.
But my first podcast, it's still out. It's called Loud Ashtrays. It took off. It wasn't video, it was just all audio. And I did a podcast about Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and Reading, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I'm Puerto Rican, okay? I look like I'm black, right? So I did a story, a podcast about Reading, PA, and how shitty it was, and it was ran by Puerto Ricans. I didn't want to hear nobody talk about white folks because all Puerto Ricans went in that fucking shit, and it was disgusting. Crime rate, disgusting. I got canceled. My ex-girlfriend said, "Aren't you upset?" I said, "Fuck no." I learned a lot from my first podcast. I know what I'm gonna do now. I love animals. That's how I took off.
And you've been doing Stupid People with Pets for how long?
A year.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing what you've done and what you share via your podcast. And folks, again, feel free to visit the website. And stupidpeoplewithpets.com is the website. And there's a contact. You got questions for Burnz, reach out to him. Tell him what your issues are, what your questions are, and he'll get back to you. And I applaud you for what you're doing, brother. I really do.
I appreciate that. I really do.
You're doing a service, and you're reminding people about how important it is for them to take the responsibility for the actions of their animals. And also, don't go out and get a pet just on a whim. Like guys, don't go out for Valentine's Day or so and buy your wife a dog. That's the wrong reason to do it. Just to score points. Yeah,
just to get laid or some shit, dummies.
Yes.
Dummies.
You want to be responsible, and if you are a responsible pet owner, then you will help your children become responsible pet owners too.
That's right. That's right, Father Wisdom. Good shit.
Yeah, just and you know what? It's a great idea too, because if you've got kids, rather than you sit on the couch while the kid goes out with the dog and he's not real happy about it, both of you get up off the couch, take the dog out, go for a walk. If there's a park bench, stop and sit on a park bench, look into the pond or whatever, watch the ducks. The dog will get as much enjoyment out of it as you will.
Did you know how I trained my dog so easy? I made it into a game.
Okay.
Everything was a game for my dogs. I took every training exercise and made it into a game for them. So it was exciting for them. So it was exciting for you. It was exciting for me. I loved it. It's just so much easier. Hey, we're going to play Find It.
Right.
Show them how to play. That's how they learn how to find. But let me tell you, man, I'm going to be real about this shit. The first thing I showed my dog how to find, what to find, was my bud, my marijuana. Man, I can't find my shit. My dog found it. I showed him. I showed my dog how to find my keys. My dog knew how to find my keys. You know what the key thing was? I spent time with my animal.
And how to find your snacks so that your blood sugar level won't go down.
Now, I'll tell you a story about that. Now, they knew when my sugar was low.
Yeah.
They knew it.
They sense it.
One time I was in the bathroom, almost incapacitated. And my dog Oatmeal, the older one, was looking at me like, oh, well, I don't know what to do. He's a dog. My ex came into the house and she told me, because I don't remember. She goes, Oatmeal came into the house and jumped on me. And I'm like, stop it. And he ran to the kitchen like, follow me, follow me. So she realized, wait a minute, he's acting weird. He was trying to show, hey, look, he's fucked up in the bathroom.
Yep. See, you can learn a lot from Lassie and Rin Tin Tin.
You know, Lassie was a boy, right?
Yeah.
Rin Tin Tin. Hey, we're old. For y'all to say Lassie and Rin Tin Tin, we're fucking old.
That's right. Hey, Burnz, it's been a hoot, my friend. I'm glad you took the time to spend a little time with me and talking about stupid people with pets. It's an important lesson, and I hope the people that were watching and listening gathered that from it.
I appreciate you having me on your show, brother. I appreciate that.
I always end my show with Oscar Wilde, who said, "Be yourself, because everyone else is already taken."
I love it.
So go out, make it a great day, make it a great week, and all. And again, thank you to my very, very special guest, Burnz Sativa. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate
you. Thank you again, man. You have a great one.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Someone you should know.